Welcome to part 2 of things you should do when you start FC26 career mode. Hopefully this will help you out. We do have more parts coming in the future with more tips. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe. We're getting closer to 300,000 subscribers, 2,737 to go. Tell your friends to subscribe as well. When you reach the menus of FC26 career mode, there's a few things you should take a look at. The first one is the advanced customization. So press the start button on your controller. It should bring up the advancement interruption settings. If you set transfer offers to stop, the simulation will stop when receiving transfer offers, but you can also select bypass. So if that's something that annoys you, you can just bypass it. There's also settings for player approached, delegate assistant returns. You can bypass the simulation when you receive transfer updates or emails, conversations, watch lists, job offers, and even matches as well. So you can stop for important matches or stop for all matches. Even though the menus are the same as FC25, there's a new option to add shortcuts. So if you hold down L2, you can see the main components of the main menu, plus there's shortcuts at the top. So there's team management and shortlist at the moment. This year you can add and edit shortcuts. So let's click on that and you can select up to 5 shortcuts. So let's say you always go to search players. Instead of doing it the manual way and going to the tile, you can just click on that and it'll become a shortcut when you hold down L2. Let's say you also visit the calendar frequently. You can click on that now. And there's also a save shortcut. If you always check out the standings, you can also add one of those. So you'll have to go through all this and set it up the way you want it. And obviously you can edit it at any time. You can change it. You can remove them if you're not using them frequently. I do like this feature. I think this is cool because there's so many times where I need to visit the same things over and over, and it's annoying to always do it the manual way. So now if I want to go and check the calendar, I just go to the shortcut, click on calendar, and the game does all the work for me and it brings up the calendar. And then if I want to go and check out the team management, I can click on that and it takes me straight there as well. The next thing you need to do when you start FC26 career mode is go and check out the board expectations or objectives. You can go to the office tile, click on objectives. This year I think they've simplified a lot of the objectives. For Manchester United at the moment, we've only got 2 short-term ones: finish in a UEFA Champions League place and win the FA Cup. Both of these are very high. So obviously if you don't achieve them, your job security will not be safe. But keep in mind, if you do turn on the no sacking feature, it doesn't matter how you perform here, you will never be sacked. Different clubs will have different objectives, so definitely take a look straight away at the board expectations because it's very important. If you don't fulfill these objectives, there's a high chance you will get sacked. The next thing you should do is check out the notifications to see if there's anything that's important here. We have a Youth Academy report email. This email wants us to take a look at our Youth Academy, and the second paragraph says, based on our initial analysis, we feel that Henry Atkins in particular has outstanding ability and the potential to become a world-class footballer. We believe he has a very bright future at this club. So if you get an email like this, you should remember that player's name and go and take a look at your youth academy. So the player was Henry Atkins, 77 to 94 potential, 52 overall. If we put this player on a good development plan, we would likely have a good player to promote to the senior team in a couple of seasons' time. There's also other players here in the youth academy, so that's why you should also check out the youth academy even if you didn't get a youth academy email. Here you have the option to put each player on a development plan. You can release the youth player and you can also promote them if the game allows you. So we can grow this player by giving him a good growth plan. So let's do classic 10, and you can also convert their position as well. So you might want to do that for each of your youth players. And if you use this system to your advantage, in a couple of seasons time, you could have some great players that came from this youth academy. And don't forget, while you're checking out your youth academy, there's also youth tournament matches that you can play. So this is a good way to test out these youth players and develop them. This was in FC25, of course, and you can also make substitutions this year. So I would recommend you check out your youth academy straight away when you start career mode. Basically, you're investing in the future when you set up your youth academy well. Next up, we need to meet our team. So click on the Meet Your Squad task in the task list, or you can just go to the squad section and you can take a look at your squad hub. It's very important that you take the time to analyze your squad. Check out which players are in your team, which ones are out on loan as well, because you might want to recall a player. Rashford is on loan at Barcelona, so if you want him for your own team, you could just bring him back. You can find out who your best players are. You can check out players' stats when they start playing games, and you can check out each player's attributes and their financial information as well. You might want to check whose contracts are about to expire in a year or less, and you might want to renew them. You can check player ages as well, and you can also put players on the transfer list add to the loan list, block offers, put them on development plans, change their kit number, negotiate new contracts or release them. I would also take a look at the team management because that shows you the lineup and you can see if there's any weak positions or if you need more backup players in certain positions. And while you're here, you could also set up initial tactics and roles. So you could use a code to import a new tactic, or you could also create a new tactic from scratch. Here you can change your tactical preset to whichever one you want. I'll just leave it on standard here. You can select a different formation. You can change the build-up style and the defensive approach. What you want to do now is go to player roles and set that up. Some players might have an indicator here which will tell you that they're out of position. But if you don't see anything there, you can just basically set up player roles here. Look for the roles that have the plus next to them. I think the plus means that the player is more proficient in that particular role. Each player should have at least one. So read up on the role, and if it works for your player in that position, you can apply it. You don't have to use the roles with the plus on them. You can use the other ones, but I think the plus means that the player is more familiar with that role already. So that's done and we can save that. Another thing that you can do is go to team management and press R1 until you get to the assignments section. This is where we can change our captain. This is where we can change our free kick taker, penalty taker, corner kick takers. We can also choose our throw-in takers. You can also select players for the attacking corner kick roles and also the defensive corner kick roles. So you can have near post and back post players and a few other things there. Of course, you can change those settings at any time as well. Next up, you can hire your first coach. It might come up in the task list. If not, you can go to squad, go to tactical vision and go to coach management. Click on the square button and this is where you can hire coaches. The bigger the club, the more money they'll have allocated in their budget for coaches, and also the bigger the club, the more staff capacity they will have. Manchester United has 13 open positions and a weekly budget of 3.2 million. You want to look for the coaches that fit your tactical vision, and you can set up your tactical vision right here in the tactical preset section. Click X here and then select whichever one you want. Read up on it, see which one works for you. I'm just going to leave it on the standard one here. If you pre-ordered FC26, you should have a 5-star coach ready to go. If this 5-star coach fits your tactical vision, you should hire them straight away. Coaches can boost players overall when they're on the pitch, and coach skills reduce the player's development plan's duration. So here I've got Matteo, Kroger, and they're an expert, 5 stars for each department, and a weekly salary of 14,000. We've got the budget for this coach, so we should definitely hire them. And the good thing about this coach is that we can put them in any department and they're still going to have 5 stars. So let's put them in the attacking section and hire them. And we can also hire more coaches as well. You just have to keep an eye on your budget and your open positions. This coach has 4 stars in the defensive department, so we can put them there and hire them. Even if you don't have the 5-star coach, you should definitely start hiring coaches when you start because they are beneficial to your players' development. Take a look at the list on the right. You can see the ETA for each development plan is just the default rate when there's no stars. But when you've hired coaches and you've got stars in certain departments, the level up time will be reduced. So you can see instead of 124 weeks, it goes down to 85. And it probably would have went down further if we had more coaches hired. You can see how an expert defense coach boosts your defender's attributes. In this example, some stats have gone up by 2 for my defenders. So that was part 2 of things you should do when you start career mode. We still have many more parts to go. There's a lot to talk about, so stay tuned. Thank you to my channel members, Chris, Callum, Wing, Connor, and Hugo. If you want your name here, check out the link in the description. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe to get more FC videos.